Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm glad to have you with us for NBA basketball. Friday night in the NBA. It's the Miami Heat facing off against the New Orleans Hornets. And now we send you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew. I'll see you at the half.
Anderson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Hornets, they've got Gordon. Anthony Davis is out there with Mourning. Then it's Johnson, and it's Bogues in at point guard. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. It is now to Wade. Over Gordon. And the basket by Wade.
And they get on the board first.
Looking to set the tone early.
Bogues the pass to Gordon. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. So for the Heat, last team lost to the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, every guy on the team could have done more in that game. I believe that. But instead, there was a lot of standing around and bad ball movement.
That's exactly right, Steve. I mean, there was plenty of blame to go around. For the coaching staff, too, they've got to be included. They need to do something to take things up. But just stood back, so everybody shares in the blame on this one. But that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
That's what he does. Attack the heart of the defense and get straight to the rim.
The Heat shooting their first free throw of the night.
Boy, I tell you what, you can't even compare their numbers at the free throw line last season to the numbers this year. I mean, they are so much better.
That free throw good from Wade.
You know, you look at the Hornets, and it's still a relatively new franchise. Originally in Charlotte, that's where that team started. They've only been in the league since 1988, Kevin, and they've had a lot of success in a relatively brief tenure.
Davis with it. Wade picks him up. Shot clock at 5. Gordon for 3. No good. And Miami the other way now. I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I caught up with Eric Spoelstra. He said that one player he's really wary of is Anthony Davis, adding he can impact the game in so many ways. Defense, shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring. He's still adding muscle, and we've got to capitalize on that strength advantage at both ends. Kevin, that's the MO for any young player. We'll see how he stands up to it.
Thanks a lot, Doris. The first free throw is good. Back to the Hornets since their formation, 1988, as you said, Clark. They've only missed out on the playoffs 12 times. That includes the first 4 years when they're just an expansion team trying to get their legs under.
Not bad. And they're one of the better stories. They really were amazing in Charlotte with their attendance, their appeal to that community, and now trying to build up a franchise in New Orleans with a young star in Anthony Davis.
That shot was thrown off by his defense, no doubt about it, Steve. Excellent work there.
Yeah, that's about as close as we can get blocking the shot without actually doing it.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Wade outside. Wade right side. Floats one up. And he zips to the basket and lays it in. Wade's got 7.
Well, you look at Hornets coach Monty Williams, the youngest head coach in the NBA. He's an assistant with the Blazers for 5 seasons. He's a favorite with a lot of the players there. Quickly rose up the list as a candidate for a head coaching position before being hired in New Orleans back in 2010.
And it's Gordon missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Near the three-point line, it's Wade. That's good on the jump shot. He's got 9.
Boy, is he spit polished offensively. His ability to break down defenses is one of their driving forces.
Here's Smooth. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Johnson. Another shot, and it's blocked. Here's Smooth. 26 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And Coach Williams, a defensive-minded guy, really gets his team, Steve, to buy in at that end of the floor.
Well, when you coach which Monty Williams did in Portland, you know you're going to get a tutorial about defense and effort. And that's the way Williams really wants to be known as a coach. Tough, defensive-minded guy who's going to work his tail off.
Here's what Miami's playing with right now. Tigers good for Anderson. And it's Dang in for Chris Bosh.
Made that one look easy, didn't they?
Now, here's Chalmers. Looking for his first bucket of the game. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. There's the bucket. Good.
What a start it's been for the field in this game.
You know what? It's early, but if they can keep shooting at this rate, Steve, they'll run away with this thing.
Johnson against Dang. Fader on the way. Johnson can't get it to go.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
A 3 ball. It's hauled in by Larry Johnson.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left it wide open.
Miami calls their first time out of the season. Check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You look at the Rockets and, of course, the Hornets. They're down 4 spots from them.
You know, right now for the Hornets, they put it all together this season, vaulting solidly into the playoff picture as the regular season winds down. And that makes them dangerous, as we all know.
And for a team that's made so much progress, it's important to make a dent come playoff time. They're not going to be satisfied just getting there. They want to do some damage once they take part in the playoffs.
And here is Johnson after Dwayne Wade hitting the 3. And that one's good.
If he gets a glimpse of an opening, he's going to take it right to the rim.
On the wing, Dang takes a 3. Here, Del Rosario takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, he's an effort guy, Kevin, and so often his points come from second or third chance opportunities by hitting the glass and really staying relentless in his pursuit of the basketball.
Boy, I love the purpose that he drives the basketball. He gets into that lane with intentionality. Once he gets his mind made up to attack the rim, he's hard to stop.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
He took a shot, excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And a new group in for the Heat. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Geiger. Beasley comes in for Smooth. Michael Red's checked in for Lou Aldang. And Peck subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Red kicks to McRoberts. Over Lopez. Miami no good on that time either.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
You know, part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game.
Now here's Lopez.
Good.
There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. Wade double team. And the pass to Peck. Back to Wade. Stolen. He feeds it to Evans. Lets the free fly.
Hornets foul call. Kendall Gill.
New Orleans making some changes here. Johnson, he's checked in for Anderson. Aminu comes in for Maurice Evans. And it's Jimmer Fredette in for Rivers. And then for Miami, Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Josh McRoberts. And Chris Bosh is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Back passes to Beasley. Red outside. Haslem dishes to Red. Back. Outside Bosh. Beyond the arc. And Michael Red gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Well, he's boxed out, and when that happens, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Davis is checked in for Lopez. Gordon comes in for Johnson. And it's Bogues in for Jimmer Fredette. Unloads from 13. And that one's good. Gill. Gill's got his first 2 points of the night. Back passes to Chalmers. This is it to Back. He dishes it to Haslem for Davis. Haslem can't get it to go.
Oh, yeah, the defender draped all over. Not really the best shot there.
Well, not the shot you hope for when it's well contested like that.
Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Hornets, it was a win against the Clippers.
And Kevin, they played such terrific defense in that game. It took a lot of pressure off of the other end of the court.
And you can't just pick 1 or 2 players out who stood out defensively. There was plenty of credit to go around.
Here's Bogues. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Peck. Here's Bosh. No good with the wing jumper. 1 quarter in the books. It's been a close one so far.
Hornets.
Heat
16.
lead by 3.
The Heat.
From the New Orleans
19.
Arena. Back in a moment.
Next Sunday, the Detroit Pistons go on the road to battle the Chicago Bulls. Be there.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we can see from the Heat now.
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they built this lead.
And they built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
We've got Maurice Evans. Mourning is out there with Ryan Anderson. Then there's Gill. And it's Rivers in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
You really don't want to see him missing those mid-range shots, but when he's open, he's got to shoot it.
Well, Michael Beasley was a power forward at the college level, but he's been a little bit of an in-betweener in the pros. Most teams have tried to play him as a small forward because he's got that shooting ability, but he has a hard time guarding other street members. So it's a little bit of a mismatch at both ends of the floor with Beasley.
That passes to Red. For 3. No luck. And New Orleans will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers.
Yeah, the fans out in Cleveland really hoping for a win for their Cavaliers. That's pretty good.
And Clark, when you talk about recognizing that mismatch, you know a smaller guy guarding. What is your mind when you're on one floor?
Well, you were just feeling the fact that you had an opportunity to take advantage of the guy that couldn't deal with you. So take your time, no rush, get it where you want it, and then go to work. That's playing the game and feeling it out, not trying to rush anything. That's how I approach it.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Then for the Heat, Chris Anderson is checked in for Geiger. Josh McRoberts comes in for Michael Beasley. And it's Chalmers in for Pat. Miami trails. And here's Chalmers for three. And again, it's the Heat missing. The Hornets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And I mean, it kicks to Lopez. It's stolen by Dang. Inside Dang. He kicks it to Chalmers. Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Heat lead by 2.
9 straight points for them off of wide open looks from deep. Something has to change for this team.
Yeah, they're just giving up too many easy shots out there. They got to close out harder, get a hand up, make him put it on the floor.
Lopez good. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
And a really poor job boxing out there, guys. A momentary lapse in concentration, I think.
Here's Dang. And again, Miami with the triple.
That's now 6 straight points off open threes. Get a hand up, fellas. Pay attention to the scouting report.
Well, you know how quickly things can go south when you start giving up wide open looks to this team.
Lead away. Here's Lopez. It's hauled in by Michael Redd. The Heat leading by 3. The tray. Mario Chalmers again from deep. Chalmers has got 6 points in the quarter.
He's going to take that shot every time if he has that much room to get it off.
That first timeout of the game called for New Orleans.
Well, good timeout, guys, because this is a bad run for them. They've got to get his team back on the same page and executing well together.
Sometimes just getting to stop in the action can be enough to get a team back on track. There's something about that little pause in the intensity of the game that lets you refocus.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Davis is checked in for Lopez. Hill comes in for Hornets. Larry Johnson for Jimmy Fredette.
Yeah, he's a master of the kickout. Loves to get the ball down on the low block and have the defense collapse around him and then find an open teammate on the outside.
And Steve, you know what? He's a forceful finisher too. I mean, that's something you can't help but notice. I mean, he'll plow right through a defender to throw one down if he has to.
Pass to Bosh. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Johnson's got his third rebound tonight. Bones kicks to Davis. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Now just a 1-point Heat lead. Here's Pat. Bogues defending. Here's Del Rosario. Drills it from outside. Smooth's got his third bucket of the night.
By the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. It's 5 straight wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
And it's Bogues missing. The Heat leading by 4. Here's Smooth. He's got 8. And they will call over the back on the play.
So we'll see what happens here. You've got to be aware that's your second foul. The question is, do you keep him on the floor or not?
Here's Bogues. Dishes it to Davis. Gets it to go. Davis has got 8.
And defensively, you've got to try to keep the ball on the perimeter.
Yeah, he's not going to miss those, not often anyway. The defense has to muscle up and deny him that position to have a chance.
Wade.
All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with one hand.
He never does, Clark. He never does.
Well, that's kind of his trademark, those slams like that one.
Now the pass to Gill. Over Bosh. And it's blocked by Bosh. Here's Pat. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Kicks it away. The feed to Bosh. Back away from downtown. Shot is no good.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Hornets shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Well, impressive free throw shooting as a team this season, right around that 78% mark.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
That free throw good from Gordon. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Morning's checked in for Davis. Anderson comes in for Johnson. Reese Evans is checked in for Gill. And it's Rivers in for Bowes. And a new group in for the Heat. Tigers checked in for Haslem. Beasley comes in for Smooth. Luol Deng is checked in for Chris Bosh. And Michael Redd is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Deng with the bucket.
Boy, he's really starting to get in the flow now. A nice groove. That's his second here in the quarter, after none in the first.
Outside Gordon. It's hauled in by Michael Redd.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Al Farouk Aminu. He's checked in for the Hornets. The Heat also changing it up. Josh McRoberts is checked in for Geiger. And it's Chalmers in for Beck. And here's Chalmers from the arc. They get it back. The Hornets trail by 5. Rivers kicks to Anderson. He passes to Rivers. Feeds to Evans. 6 on the shot clock. Rivers dishes to Aminu. Good.
Boy, nice little trend developing here, fellas. I mean, that's 8 of their last 10 from inside the paint.
They're getting high percentage post down. Their offense is really clicking. I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside.
Here's Evans. It's hauled in by Michael Redd. Redd's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Beasley gets to Chalmers. Launches a 3, and the rebound goes to the Hornets.
They may have to start looking for some other options because he's really struggling out there.
Kicks it out to Evans. There's the dish to Rivers. He feeds it to Morning. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, he pretty much went drain neutral on that one.
Yes, sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me that's what happened. He shifted the brain to neutral.
That was embarrassing.
Mario Chalmers.
And the basket by Chalmers.
As 4 of their last 5 coming from long range, this offense is cooking.
Yeah, it's rolling, really rolling. And defensively, they kept collapsing, Steve, and leaving them open. So now they're in trouble. They're in a real dilemma now.
Wanting a screen on Chalmers. Here's Rivers. Shots good. And Rivers with the basket.
Got a half step on his man, but that's all he needed when he ran off the pick. And as a result, able to finish the layup. That's nicely done.
On its way from Beasley for 2. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Chalmers has got his 3rd assist on the night. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter.
Your Hornets.
Heat out front, up 4.
The Heat.
And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Thanks for being with us here on 2K Sports. Every day, the playoff picture is becoming more clear. The Heat are doing very well so far. This game's lived up to its billing. 2 fantastic teams duking it out. For D. Wade, things are certainly going his way against the Hornets. Almost every shot he put up in the first half dropped. I bet he brings plenty of momentum with him into the third quarter. And for the Hornets, they're still gutting it out. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. Tough start for Larry Johnson. Not many positives for him so far, just 1 bucket from the floor. And let's look ahead at the games that won't be tipping off until later tonight. For the Wizards, they'll be up against the Magic in Orlando. 7 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific is the tip time. And one game also on the docket, the Celtics playing in Boston. They'll go up against the Hawks. That gets going 7:30 Eastern. And to look now at the rest of the action from around the NBA. It'll be the Knicks out in New York against the Bobcats. That one looking to be a pretty interesting game. A 7:30 Eastern tip time. Thanks so much for stopping on by. Third quarter just around the corner, so let's get on back out to Kevin and the crew.
Double your money and make it stack.
And first ball game on our hands as we get into the second half of basketball. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, give him credit. He's been very selective with his shots.
Here we go.
It's paying off for him and his team.
You know, he's taking exactly what the defense is giving him, and he's not forced anything. And that's exactly how you should play the game, in my opinion.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. That seems all.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Guys, I'm going to need just a second to get myself together here.
Leaves you speechless, doesn't it, Clark? Huh? Wow.
Man, I don't blame you, Clark. That dunk was unbelievable.
Close, kicks to Morton. To Johnson. And he draws right back into it with a big dunk of his own.
He's a bit short for the power forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
Heat leading by 4. Passes it to Bush. Back to Chalmers. There's the pick. Anderson passes to Chalmers. And again, Miami with a triple.
And he's most dangerous as a long-range shooter, someone who can do serious damage behind that three-point line. We all know how important the three-point shot has become with every team because you've got to be able to space the floor and run your offense.
Another thing about him is how quick he is to react when he's defending near the hoop. A lot of his blocks, so to speak, come at waist level because he pokes the ball away as his man is on the way up.
Here's Wade, and another basket for Miami.
Well, I like the way it looks to start the second half here. I mean, 3 straight makes to kick it off. Nice.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Bogues missing again.
Defenders raked all over. Not really the best shot there.
Well, not the shot you hope for when it's well contested like that.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And now to a rookie leader for look at this month's steal leaders among the young guys. You look at Davis, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league. And, of course, Smooth.
The stretch that these two youngsters have had defensively has been fantastic. They're best. And I mean that in a good way.
Well, I like the way you frame it.
Timeout called by New Orleans.
Boy, once again, everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now is the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Knocks it loose. Bogues with it. Wade picks him up. Johnson dishes to Gordon. He dishes it to Davis. 5 on the clock. Here's Mourning. Some solid defense from Bosch.
This is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Davis kicks to Johnson. Gordon against Wade. Back to Johnson. He's up against Bosch. Here's Davis.
He's short for the center position, but he makes up for it with tremendous leaping ability.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
Well, the things to love about Anthony Davis, he's 6'10". He's got a 7'4" wingspan. He can block shots, but he's quick enough to cover out on pick and roll. And he's so good offensively. He's got an array of skills down on the block. Left-handed jump hooks, turnaround jumper. It's just a matter of him getting stronger so that he can hold up to the physical play in the NBA.
Tigers check in for Miami. Then comes in for Chris Bosh. Gordon, the pass to Mourning.
Tore it down that time. Ammonia strong finish right there, partner. You hear me? That was ammonia strong.
Ripped it down two hands.
That's about as high percentage as you can get.
And for Anthony Davis, Clark, a great combination of length and mobility, great defense, timing. He grew so much in physical as a point guard, so he has a lot of those skills.
Yeah, and he's actually very good defensively. He's got the understanding of how to play defensively. He's got the mobility to be able to effectively defend some of those mobile, good shooting forwards that are part of the NBA now.
Mourning kicks to Gordon. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. The Heat with the lead. And it's Wade penetrating. Here's Smooth. Blocked. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Bogues. Left side, Gordon. No good. He'd have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Del Rosario. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got his 5th assist in this one. Bogues dishes to Johnson. A step-back shot here. And the shot is good. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
They continue to barrel their way inside. When's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Bogues kicks to Gordon. Back to Bogues. Goes up. Goes up and he's out. Bogues has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Chalmers passes the net. He kicks it away. Jump shot is good. And the Heat lead by 1.
Boy, he's been so cool out there, composed, never rattled. I mean, a very steady contributor to the offense.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they're already in the 5 leads. Nobody taking control. Great matchup. Looking at the Hornets over the last 10, this is how they compare to the rest of the league in the stat department. 2nd in blocks, 7th in field goal percentage, and they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
And Clark, let's talk about those blocks, because you know what that does? When you're a guard and you've got great shot blockers behind you, it allows you to play with more aggressiveness on the perimeter, and that can really disrupt an offense.
And the basket by Gordon.
Well, they really picked up the intensity here since halftime.
I think they got the pep talk in both teams now, really going after each other.
Here's Wade, and it's Miami with another.
My goodness, he's knocking down everything he looks at.
That's the Mourning. Back to Bogues. Throws it up high. And Davis comes it down.
Well, that certainly sent a ripple through the crowd.
Yeah, no, alley-oop always does that. One of the most beautiful plays you'll see in all of basketball. It's impossible not to be impressed.
Yeah, very exciting play to see that.
Especially when it ends with that big slam like that one.
And stolen by Bogues. Here's Johnson.
He's definitely showing some real sweet dunking skills here.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. What a play.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
The Heat trailed by 5. A 3 from Chalmers. That's good. Chalmers has got 15 points.
He's really picked up where he left off.
Johnson with the stop. There's 47 seconds left in the third. Here's Smooth. Tries it from the top of the key. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got his 6th assist on the night. Davis with a screen on Chalmers. Goes up. Mourning's shot is good. Mourning's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there. Solid advantage in rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass field.
And that's why you love this guy. I mean, tremendous work on the offensive boards. He just gets you second chance points.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Hornets lead by 6. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. As the fourth quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke to find out who's had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
Well, Kevin, our uncontainable game in this one, the stretch by the Hornets. It was in the third quarter when things started falling their way, and they were able to build this lead. No doubt they'll try to keep that momentum going through the end.
Thank you, Doris. And how many times, guys, do we see a run like this become the difference maker in the outcome of a game?
Well, that usually is the case, Kevin, when one team can get on a run like they did, where they just feel so dominant offensively. More often than not, that's going to be the difference in the game.
And in this game, even at the very beginning of that run, you could sense the momentum getting ready to take a huge swing. And swing it did, fellas. Swing it did.
Johnson is out there with Marisa. Then there's Gill. Then it's Bogues. And it's Morning in at the 5 spot. That's the Hornets 5. It's Red outside. And the Heat, another 3.
Fellas, they are heating up from outside now.
Yep, but their last 5 hoops, 3 of them have come from long range.
Bogues gets to it. Back to Bogues. Baseline jumper. Bogues missing again.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time.
So they take the lead. Reds got 5 points in the quarter.
Very good half for them from the field. They got their shooting percentage up over 50%.
Yeah, they got a great chance to go ahead and close this game out because their offense is really clicking right now.
Morning shot is good.
But you see the contrast here offensively. They're really starting to make that mid-range shot.
Yeah, and I love it. You know, just finding the gap and looking for a little airspace, a little room to get the shot off. They're doing a nice job.
And passes to Beasley. And it's off from three-point range. The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Ball's not loose. It's up a 3. Again, the miss by Beasley. Hornet shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Goes up at the stripe. They get the rebound. Morning's shot is good. Morning's got 10 points here in the second half.
Points in the paint have been the main course, the main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Now they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Don't do that to him. That was fantastic.
And Clark, the degree of difficulty.
Will it be the away team?
Now a timeout called by
The Hornets.
Well, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now as the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Monty Williams address his team. He told them the game is right there for the taking, but we've got to be first. First to the ball, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Here's Johnson. Up and in on the layup.
Finally getting into rhythm here in the game.
Hornets.
Cold first
Larry
round.
Johnson. Shooting 1.
And that one falls for Johnson. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Launches it. Here's Del Rosario. It's hauled in by Alonzo Mourning. Mourning's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Johnson right side. It's a look. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
team on Wade. Dishes to Chalmers. From deep. Here's Anderson. Hits it well done on the second effort.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Chris Anderson, the Birdman, they call him. The athletic, shot-blocking big man. Obviously a very colorful character, literally and figuratively, with all his tattoos. He is an excellent defender and a guy who can really charge your team with some energy on the bench. And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
Wade with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. The shot by Wade. Hornets with the rebound. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. And Anderson find a body out there, as you see. I mean, Clark is running out of space.
Kaleidoscopic. A new word for you there, Kevin. What comes to mind when you think about Anderson? And the NBA has had his share of flamboyant players, and he's right in that group. Well, there's no denying that height is a huge advantage in the game of basketball. Anthony Davis was a 6'2" guard in high school, but then grew 8 inches over the course of about a year or so. And suddenly a kid who was barely being recruited was being sought after by all of the top college programs. Man, things can change quickly.
Bogues dishes to Davis. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Oh, it's a 7-point Hornets lead. I'm sure they'd like to get more games like that. He'd have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Going back to Davis in that late growth spurt, he was able to develop an impressive skill set playing, as a guard before he grew to his present size. And of course, he was a terrific player at Kentucky, Steve, and I think he's destined for stardom in the NBA.
But a lot of guys, Kevin, if they play guard in high school and then they grow, it's a huge advantage because now they've played the game and experienced it from a playmaking level, only now they're near the basket. So they have a broader understanding of the game and the way it's played. So I think that's one of the reasons this team has so much potential. He's a big man with guard skills.
Here's Wade. Shot is off. And New Orleans will come the other way. Really strong.
Incredible.
Tearing that roof down with that one.
Yeah, and really a dunk contest dunk that time. Wow.
Yeah, unreal. What a dunk.
Here's Smooth. Puts it up from 12. Jump shot is good that time. Smooth's got 10 points in just the second half. The Hornets leading by 6. Bogues with it. Gordon kicks to Morning. It's hauled in by the Heat. Anderson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. He better get going. A drive by Wade. There's the pass to Anderson. And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. 6 to shoot. A 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, his struggles from the field have definitely taken their toll on the team.
Johnson, right side. The feed now to Morning. Shoots a 3. No good. And Miami the other way now. And here's Chalmers from the arc. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Laboring out there right now, guys. The shot has not been falling for him this quarter.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Del Rosario. Morning with some nice D. The Hornets leading by 6. Bogues kicks to Johnson. Again, Johnson missing. The Heat shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Oh!
Are you kidding me? Power punch right there.
And he slams it in one-handed.
Now we're cooking with gas, partner. My goodness.
A breathtaking display of aerial supremacy, no doubt.
It's almost unfair, guys. I mean, when you can get up that high, that's crazy.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Johnson. And here's Bowes. Rejected by Anderson.
Not much time to work with. They need a basket here.
Yep, they've got to get a steal or foul to stop the clock.
Huge bucket.
They don't get much bigger than that, Steve.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
At the line for your Hornets, Muggsy. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Major pressure on those free throws. Didn't phase him at all. A 3-pointer now is the only option.
Here's Smooth. Back to Chalmers. To tie it up. A 3 won't fall. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Well, you do what you have to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
And he gets both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, big time free throws there. You can put this one in the books.
And the Heat call time here. They're losing by 5. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, this one's in the bag. I mean, I commend them for really putting forth the effort until the very end. But this thing's over.
You know, sometimes you just have to throw up the white towel and let fate run its course so you can get on to the next game.
So we see the Hornets get the win here. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Anthony Davis.